Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Today we're back with Super Film Support. Remember, this is where you ask film questions and I answer them on YouTube. So you can go to superfilmsupport.com, ask any question, I'll answer you here on YouTube. So today we have a question by Alex Fu, and he's asking me about large format dark cloths. If you've ever used a 4x5, 8x10 large format camera, you know that usually a dark cloth is the way to go. Yes, some come with like some sort of chimney viewfinder like the Graflex and Linhof Technicas, things like that. But dark cloth is usually the way to go. And there's multiple options in the market and it's kind of hard to find the right one. Alex, I'm going to give you my honest opinion about how I do dark cloths and which ones I use. I'm going to give you recommendations on brands and materials that are, I think, recommendable. So to me, one doesn't suit all, and my problem is I have multiple large format cameras for different uses. For example, the CNR behind me I use for large format architecture photography, and I use it usually 4x5, 8x10, and 5x7, and I need something that can stay on the camera when I turn around, and if there's wind, it can even cover the camera for rain or sun, or when I'm putting my film holder inside. So for that one, I usually use either a Harrison one, the big one, which has one side is silver, so it can also be as a reflector, and the other side is black. Do remember, usually the black side should be inward, so it gives you that darkness like a cave, so you can see your ground glass and compose properly, focus properly, and do all the movements. Then I also have been using, for my 11x14, one from the brand BTZS, Beyond the Zone System. Those are the letters for that. And this one's sold at the View Camera Store by Fred Newman, who's an awesome photographer, camera salesman, and also has a YouTube channel with a lot of helpful information. I'll leave the link to his channel. It's totally worth it. And he sells these that come with like an elastic band, and in the bigger sizes, even space to put your arms in. And I have one for 11x14, which does a couple of sizes, maybe 8x20. And that one's a little heftier, a little heavier, and it has a white reflective white material outside and black inside. Works okay. They do have 4x5 ones, and I went into the store, and they're sold, like the 4x5 ones are like $59, which is very affordable. Fred has a couple of videos on YouTube about it. I highly recommend the material. It is a little bulky when you try to fold it down, and that's one of my concerns with dark cloths. So then I have one which is my field camera dark cloth, and this one I inherited from an ebony camera I had back in the day, and I sold the camera but I kept the dark cloth because it's amazing. And there's a couple of things to this. First of all, I have it here. This is how small this is, okay? It fits in my jacket or my fleece pocket. Like I could carry it like I had a hanky, and it fits in any camera bag. It's super lightweight and super like easy to fold, and it becomes pretty big. So let me open it. Sorry of the audio. You can see it's ebony branded here. You've seen it in a couple of videos. So it's a nice size, probably like a little bit over a meter square, and it has one side is white and one side is black, but it's extremely thin, and thin as in like it looks like that plastic material you could rip through, but it's very sturdy. It's very well made. It has some Velcros, and you can attach it to your camera and keep it there. I wouldn't recommend leaving it alone if there's a lot of wind, because it might fly away in the end. But if you're kind of like on the go with a backpack, this is the best one. The problem is this was super expensive and also is no longer made. So I know a photographer, Vinny Walsh, who probably will never watch this video, but just in case, Vinny, thank you for the information, who works in cinema, and I think he's a grip or lighting, electrical, I don't know how they call them. And he told me this material is something sold for cinema stuff. And he wrote me a very long time ago that the material used is what they call Ultrabounce or Cinebounce. And I'll leave a link below to a European store But this material, for example, for a 1.22 centimeter square, so like that size, is 65 euros and it's in stock. Of course, it's not made to have Velcros, but you can attach Velcros easily at any sort of like do-it-yourself store. Maybe someone can sew them for you. So that's the material. I really, really like it. I don't know if it's exactly the same material because I have not bought this one myself, but it's worked amazingly well. That ebony one comes with me anywhere. I even fold it sometimes and put it in the backpack. Like all the stuff, all my camera and lenses are on the top, and then I put that one and zip it. And the best part, like I say, you don't have to buy the ebony one, which was very expensive. I think it was like 200 bucks or so. This material is 65, and this one comes already sewn on the side, so you only have to put the Velcro and then you can use it for large format. And this one is waterproof. So also if you are in the rain, you can leave it on and cover your camera for whatever time you need and then pull it out and take that shot, because usually the prettiest days are the rainy days when there's clouds and there's, atmosphere. So yeah, that was the question and answer. Like I said, I use different, dark cloths for different cameras and scenes, mostly for the size of the camera usually. But for 4x5, 1.2 meters has been very nice. For 8x10 or 11x14, I use a bigger one, but that's also because the size of the camera is bigger, so you need to wrap it around. I do suggest you have some dark cloth with Velcro, so you kind of can like store it on. And like you said, if it's a heavy, dark cloth, it might make the bellows sag. So one recommendation is usually I carry around an empty pack of cigarettes. Not that I smoke, but I have one. And I use it to put my bellows up because the cigarette pack is kind of sturdy and I gaff taped it so it's a little sturdier. And I use it either flat on the side or vertical, and it helps my bellows stand up. It's like a little trick that I read somewhere about the old school photographers, and it's worked wonders. Plus inside the cigarette pack, I can keep certain little things, bits and bops, maybe adapters and screws or extra gaff tape or whatever. So yeah, that's my recommendation for today for Superfilm support. Thank you, Alex, for asking. As always, guys, this is sponsored by Patreons and donors, so I'll leave the link below if you feel like helping me do these videos on Mondays, answering film photography questions that you don't really see answered on videos anywhere else. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.